Okay, good evening. But it's time now for Kayla and I to sign off. So back up to the radio, boys.
What's going on, guys?
Not
What's
too
up?
much. You tired?
Not yet. Starting to get there, though. I just want to introduce Jimmy Reeves, our new and current program director. Congrats, Jimmy. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty well. Just got back from work. Walked in here and saw our WVBC banner. Was proud of everybody putting in a lot of hours, and sounded really good. So,
He's giving credit to you guys, too, down there.
Oh, thanks.
thank you, ladies, for running the boards, keeping us musiced in, I guess. That's a word.
You're welcome.
Come on, Jimmy. I know you can signify things better than that.
I don't signify things. That's your job.
Yeah, you signify him. But we're going to wrap up here in a few minutes. We have a shout-out to Zumba. Amy and Sack are going to put on a little Zumba session. I think in like 10, 15 minutes. But, yeah, there's still activities going on. I know people are still throwing football, playing basketball. There's going to be a cornhole tournament, ladder ball, still lots of food. We have a couple baskets that are going to be raffled off. But, yeah, there's still people here. People are still moving. They're still alive. No matter how tired everyone's going to get. There's coffee, drinks, everything else. But, yeah, we're still here supporting Relay for Life and making it aware that cancer has to be known and kind of spreading the word about that.
Do you know what kind of activity I'm going to do next?
Probably go sleep, right?
I'm going to saw logs.
It's all but stay tuned in tomorrow at 1 o'clock. We have a home football game where your Bethany Bison will be taking.
Yeah. Wear your pink.
Yeah, wear your pink. Yeah, it's the pink game. Yeah, wear your pink. Your Bethany Bison will be taking on the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets.
Yeah.
Tuned in to WVBC online or on your dial, 88.1 FM. And also we web stream it through BBN, Bethany Broadcasting Network. You can find that on the Bethany Athletics page. You'll see on the right-hand side, it'll say Bethany Web Stream with a little bison. Click it, and then you just have to press watch next to Bethany Bison versus Waynesburg Yellow Jackets.
Should be a good game. Last week we had a thriller in overtime with the Hail Mary pass in the end zone. It's
the last 2 minutes of that game was ridiculous.
It was.
A little recap of that game. What happened was it was a tie. We were up.
It was tied like 28-28, I think.
Yeah, we tied 28-28 with. We had the ball. The Bison had the ball. Last 150.
Mm-hmm.
We scored. But there was 18 seconds on the clock.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so Geneva got the ball with 18 seconds, and they end up throwing a Hail Mary from there.
After a good return.
Yeah.
They got about a 20, 25-yard return out to midfield.
Yeah, they started a drive with a 40, 45-yard line on their own territory, and then I think it was an out pass, two 15-yard out passes by Hayward, Geneva's quarterback, and then they launched a bomb from Bison 40-yard line, and the kid caught it. I couldn't believe it.
Just right over every defender, and the kid just had it in the end zone.
Yes.
It was just a good play.
It was
to tie it up, though, to tie it back up.
Yeah, so what happened, they kicked the PAT. We went to overtime. What happened?
That was Geneva's third overtime game in a row.
Back to back.
Just three straight.
They were all conference games, too.
Yeah.
So I know that team has to be exhausted and a little heartbroken. But that's what comes down to football.
Yeah. But then in overtime, Bethany wanted to play some defense first.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Yeah, I mean,
the Tornadoes, Golden Tornadoes, drove down to the Bethany 5-yard line, and I think it was the backup quarterback.
Colston,
it would start with
something like that.
Rocco Kolavakia.
Yeah. I don't know
Our sports director there, Jimbo, with all the names. Thank you.
Yeah, he ended up throwing a pass, and he's traditionally a running quarterback, and he threw a pass from the 6-yard line, and Wisme Despain, number 20, picked the ball off in the end zone, and I think it was the very next play the Bison got the ball to 25, and that's how overtime works in college. Each team gets the ball at the 25-yard line, and they have the opportunity to score. And it was a play-action pass by Gamar was in a shotgun, play-action pass to Phil, or play-action to Phil Acree, and lobbed it right over top to Ed Holmes in the end zone. And the whole stadium just erupted. I know. I was in the booth. I don't know about you, Jimbo.
I was screaming in the headset.
No, we were silent.
I know. Everybody in the truck went nuts.
I could just imagine just our whole mobile unit just rocking. I remember I looked at Kelvin. Kelvin Thomas is our play-by-play commentator, and we both looked at each other. My hand was in my hair, and my head was against the wall. We're like, the Bison win, the Bison win. And it was such a crazy game, but we enjoyed every bit of it, and I'm so glad we won, especially on homecoming. That was a great win for Coach Weaver and the crew. Being undefeated, that's the best 0-4 football team I've ever seen.
I was running the boards for that game, and I kind of went crazy in the studio. Glad nobody was here to see it.
You missed a good one. I'm sure you overheard all of it, but it was something. I mean, I've been announcing for 3 years, and I've never seen or announced a game with my own eyes just like that one.
No. It was a great broadcast, too. On the TV end, web streaming, for the Bethany Broadcast Network, we had a great production there. Daniel Sabatino, a newest member of the communications department, transfer, got us some good sideline reporting, and just the game overall was great. And I'm glad the Bison got a win. And we look forward to doing another game tomorrow. So
we're going to use Daniel for the sideline reporter again.
And after the game, post-game, we
had
the interview with
Matt
Grimard. So we won't spoil anything, but we will play that tomorrow. So if you tune into the webcast, you will be able to hear that post-game interview with Grimard and Ed Holmes as they talk about those final 2 minutes of that game last week.
And that gives us a little edge when we have that sideline reporter because, yes, we can get those post-game interviews, and us from the booth don't have to run down to the field. But I remember a play, Eric Blinn, number 4 for the Bison, as a wide receiver. He got hurt. He had scored a touchdown. He fumbled, or he caught a pass, hit the end zone, fumbled, and then recovered his own fumble, and it was a touchdown. He limped to the sideline. And I remember hearing you in my ear, Jimmy, and you said, we're going to get a report. Dan's going to go figure out what's going on. And I think 5 minutes later, you said, toss it down to Dan. He's got a report on Eric Blinn. And he had it. And he said that he'll be back on the next series. I think he missed 2 plays, and then he was back on the field. But it's nice to have that. It's a little relief from us not knowing what's going on. And for all of us at the comm department and for BBN, that we're kind of upgrading and getting better and better after each webcast and even radio. I know Mr. Doomas is putting up a monitor for WVBC for you, Jimbo.
Yeah, that's the plan as of right now.
Yeah, it's nice. I know I've had it since I've announced it, and I hang out my little window, but I look at the monitor most of the game. Replays, the graphics, things like that, and you get tighter shots. The cameras, they do a good job. Yeah,
it's a good way to identify those numbers without a spotter. But you can listen to the game tomorrow on WVBC Bethany online or on 88.1 FM. You'll join Jimbo. And
you want to do that rather than watch the broadcast with Sparks. You want to hear the sports director announce it on WVBC.
That's right. But yours truly will be directing the game with Anthony Sparks and Kelvin Thomas, along with Daniel Sabatino on the sideline. So whatever your preference, radio or video.
Hey, you can go back to, either or. You can just check us both out. We all do a great job. It's not just the 3 of us.
Or maybe you could watch the video and listen and turn on the radio.
Yeah. But it's not just us 3 or Kelvin or Dan.